I couldn't do it, and neither could justice. Do you think those frail and weak gods can do it? What do you think will happen if those gods are freed right now? They'll use the opportunity to seek personal revenge. And crush innocent avatars or puppets. They won't hesitate to take any lives. Do you really believe that those kinds of gods can turn a new leaf? I don't think so. Because trash belongs in the rubbish dump. The abyss needs a place where trash should go. It's been 3 minutes. Jean Yinsi. Be careful, that brat is a very famous rancor. He's also an awakened, like you. Whoa. No hard feelings. When I told you where he's from, it wasn't to make you scared of crack. And they're also the group that's most wary of awakened. There's no way you'd be able to win against that child sanctuary deployment without adults. Your body. My soul is being dismantled and dispersing elsewhere. The only way to defend against a sanctuary is by deploying another sanctuary. However, I can't defend against this because I activated my sanctuary outside this place. Did she come up with this plan while my world after the end was eroding her yesterday? Anderson. Are you seeing this? The awakened you've put your trust in has been defeated. A worldview where all adults are erased. It's a sanctuary that only works on human awakened, where the concept of an adult exists. I've defeated the monster who defeated half of the 6 metabus gods. And protected yesterday. A world without adults, huh? What an interesting worldview. My world only has adults. It's my first time seeing a child. Is there no one else here? Do you happen to know someone named Siren? What? He should have been erased. Where did that kid come from? Is it an illusion? Or was his original body a child to begin with? Who are you? Me. The outside world calls me Jae-hwan. Jae-hwan. Are you okay? Jean Yinsi, what are you doing? Get rid of that child in front of you. Hansi Block. Second form toy hammer. You want to play with toys? I don't have money, though, so I don't have any toys like that. Are you an idiot? What do you think will win when a toy hammer hits a baseball bat? Sorry for breaking your toy. I tried to be gentle, though. I'm so envious of you. You have so many interesting toys. Oh. Awakening Stage 1. Your eyes look fascinating. Is this how you do it? Crack Sovereign, are you going to continue this project? MANHWA won't just sit by and let you continue. It's a necessary experiment to confirm the limits of awakening. I can't give up on a project that can improve awakened. All awakened are made by going against the system, however, not even awakened are able to completely escape the system. That's why Crack thought of this. What would happen if we awaken children that are minimally influenced by the system? Although the project still failed, Jean Yinsi survived. It must have been tough for you. The adults have treated you badly, huh? That's why you made such a worldview. Don't just stand around. Kill him. Are you intending to go against my orders? You can't even do one simple thing. Useless fool. Stop. I said, please stop. Stop. Why are you listening to them? Because I'd get punished if I don't listen. Well, that's how adults are like. They keep saying that children need to listen to what they say. But, the adults aren't always right. So, you can become an adult now too. It's okay to not follow what people say if you don't like it. What are you doing? Get moving. Kill that child. You and your blabbing mouth, who the hell are you? Can't you tell? I'm a child. The god of doom, Thanatos, asks, what on earth is happening? The god of flames, Ignis, asks where the naked thruster went. The god of flashes, Ray, says there's no time to explain the details. Get away. I asked you to stay away, didn't I? Why are you still here? But Mr. J. Juan and Anderson. They went to, yesterday, just the two of them. I know. But, there's no way for us to help him right now. The situation here is pretty bad too. The number of gods that are choosing to betray yesterday and join today is slowly decreasing. We barely got today back. Fight them to the end. The number of gods that have joined today are decreasing in real time. However, Martis continued to protect and fought for today. Martis already knew that the concept of today is nothing that great, along with the fact that the 10 years he spent thrusting can't change his life. Even if we're going to die, we'll die in today. He also knew that the feeling of excitement he had just now was just merely a temporary one which his realization of his reality had brought him. The rest of the gods are also like him. Despite all that, the reason they're still fighting here is because they want to create a tomorrow with the today that they've finally gotten back. However, this isn't a situation that can be solved with just resolve. Artina's sanctuary was deployed using the world power that she's accumulated for at least the past 500 years. The only solution right now would be to hang in there and hope for the sanctuary to be released. We can't hold the battle lines anymore. Is there anything else we can do? Nothing that would be good enough. I know you can do it. Most anonymous gods that have watched your streams for a long time would know that, God of Fate. I did guess people would find out one day, but to think it'd be here of all places. If I deploy my sanctuary and dominate Fate, we might be able to overcome this crisis. The problems would be that Fate has a long cooldown time and the conditions to use it are pretty complicated. If my decision to use it here is wrong and I end up being unable to use it elsewhere, then everything we've done up until this point would be for naught. Even so, I don't think we have a choice. The tower? What the hell is happening? That's... Could it be? Mr. J. Juan. He did it. Performing the final calculations for the 7th floor of the metabus. The guides are fixing the calculation errors of the 7th floor. Looks like a temporal error occurred in the system of the metabus because the whole plant area got destroyed. An emergency inspection will be conducted on the 7th floor of the metabus for an hour. My fellow gods. Where are all of you? We must band together and kill the one who destroyed yesterday. Our world is falling apart right now. Where are all of? Anonymous God 481 clicks his tongue and says you're pathetic. Anonymous God 849 tells you to get a grip on yourself. Anonymous God 510 shakes his head and says he knew things would end up like this. Anonymous 00711 asks if this means they can't use Anonymous in their nickname anymore. Haha. Curse you all, you're all nothing but trash. Hey, Artina. It's unlike you to sleep in. Didn't I tell you that we need to leave early today? How pathetic. I can't believe there's a God that could wake up later than justice. This place. Why do you look like you're about to cry? Do you feel unwell? I just had a dream. This place is the 7th floor of the metabus. They're about to climb up to the next floor to crush the darn alliance and to see what's at the top of the tower. Justice would talk to us about the tower's rankers in his unique voice. Eden would dig his ears to signal that Justice is being noisy, and Anderson would smack both their backs hard as they bickered. That was how. How foolish. Just rot in there for eternity. You're nothing anymore. Trash. Just die. Artina, let's play in the water. Anderson, we'll get our clothes wet, though, come in quickly. This feels great. Stop it. How did everyone turn out like this? What do you mean? At one point in time, everyone wanted to become a good god. Why is everyone laughing at that idea now? Who's doing that? I'm not. Maybe it's because everyone's lived for too long. They've seen too many things in life and come to think of themselves as having known too many things. Because we became gods. Was I wrong? I don't know. Whether you're right or not, that's not important right now. Once tomorrow comes, we can just think of something different and continue with our lives. You're just like I thought. Anderson, you're so kind. Is Artina trapped in the cube? Probably. If you're all right with it, can I be the one to keep that? Do as you please. Thanks. Artina is probably dreaming of yesterday within the time cube. She'll be stuck in yesterday until her world power is completely depleted. Also, what on earth happened to you? What are you talking about? About just now. When you were fighting that kid. He said it's a world without adults. What I remembered at the final moment was my soul that was dispersed within white smoke. I'll be borrowing this for a moment. And then I heard a tiny voice. I'm not sure either. My memories are vague, and there's a lingering sense of missing something. Were you unable to see what actually happened? I couldn't see because my vision was suddenly obstructed. I think I saw something like the shadow of a small child. Mr. J. Juan Anderson. Runard. I really can't call you a newbie anymore. I heard you protected Runard. Well, it's something I should have done. This moment should have been broadcasted too. What a waste. That aside, there are chatters going around saying that you should be a part of the 7 stars, the 7 stars. The 7 individual stars. Have you not heard of them? Try to understand him. He's famous for doing all sorts of crazy shit, but he hasn't actually been in Abyss for long. The 6 Metabus gods is a well-respected group within the Metabus. However, the 7 stars are on a totally different level. Are their gods stronger than the 7 stars? Anderson. There's the 7 great gods that everyone knows, and also the 7 skies that's below them. We usually call them the 7 thrones, 7 skies, and 7 stars. The 7 skies and 7 stars are all powerful gods. 7 great gods, 7 skies, 7 stars, most of them are related to the 7 great gods or leaders that lead a huge army by themselves. Something like the 10 Chaos Clan leaders. What? It's nothing. More importantly, do you know anything about the Chief Commander? I guess you're curious about the enemy that you'll be fighting soon, huh? It'd be best to know something about who I'm about to deal with before I fight him, after all. From this battle, I realized that I shouldn't underestimate the worldviews of gods. I got lucky with Artina, but if another surprise opponent like Jin Yunsi appears again, things could get really complicated. Actually, I brought up the topic of the 7 stars because of the Chief Commander. Is he one of them? Yes. He's the first star of the 7 stars. The Chief Commander, the god of wealth, Iadakshini, there isn't a lot of information known about him. We know that he's a close friend of Kronos, one of the 7 great gods, and the fact that besides Kronos, no other gods have seen him. Also, he has the 3 sacred treasures. Are you talking about the ancient 3 sacred treasures? You know quite a lot, huh? You're different from the god that you serve. Hee hee. But, no, it's not those 3 sacred treasures. If he really had the 3 sacred treasures of the ancient great gods, Iadakshini wouldn't stay in the 7 stars which he's in right now. The 3 sacred treasures of the ancient great gods. The Soul King, Catastrophe, was an ancient great god. That means the void sword that he has might be one of the 3 sacred treasures. However, Iadakshini's 3 sacred treasures still shouldn't be underestimated. We don't know whether the 3 sacred treasures are items or a story setting. I also heard that no god has ever seen all 3 sacred treasures. Also, the Chief Commander isn't the only opponent you need to be worried about, because you have already become the #1 enemy of the Alliance. The Alliance is also not the only group that's after you. This is because of your unexpected actions. What do you mean by that? Thanks to what you've done, this time's Metabus is prospering. If they also find out about you destroying the 7th floor, then even more gods will flock here. With all that profit, the Alliance can restore the 7th floor anytime they want. Now that little brother isn't accessible, there'll be quite a lot of gods who are frustrated by that and will climb the Metabus just to see you. While a part of the 6 Metabus gods are gone, there will always be tons of candidates to replace them. That means me climbing to the next level is a part of the Chief Commander's plan. You've finally become the king of the 7th floor. Do you have any plans? I'm going to the next floor immediately. What about this place? It needs to be shut down. Is there a need to rush the climb? You could end up just playing into the schemes of the Chief Commander. How about waiting for the other gods here and growing your army? You look like you want this place. Do you wish to become the god of yesterday? The seventh floor is the only hiding place where a god can become anonymous within Little Brother. You seem to have forgotten what happened because of those anonymous gods' attacks. They were just misguided. The person who abused anonymity was the problem. Being anonymous itself isn't a problem. Anonymity is needed in the abyss because it's one of the few methods for the weak to go against authority. Why do they need to hide their identities while speaking out? Because if they don't do that, they'll die. Not everyone can live like you do. I know just how dangerous this place can be as well. However, depending on who becomes the king of the seventh floor, this place could become very different too. Do you intend to become its king? I don't intend to fight you. What then? There are tons of members of the Alliance's army who are waiting for you on the higher floors, and you need to grow an army to go against them. So I want you to rule over this floor yourself. There are tons of members of the Alliance's army who are waiting for you on the higher floors, and you need to grow an army to go against them. So, I want you to rule over this floor yourself. I don't intend to raise an army. I don't care if I face them alone. I'm going to climb now. Arg, you're so stubborn. That's not an easy feat. Emergency inspection. The seventh floor has concluded. You have been given the 8th floor ticket as a reward. You have been given 300,000 trust as a reward. You have been given additional rewards for getting the regression achievement. A portion of the world power that had been accumulated on the 7th floor of the metabus has been converted into trust and sent to you. I was told that just by me staying in this place, the Alliance is reaping tremendous profits. We're rich. Isn't that Mr. Jaewon's, though I share one body with him? It's fine, but isn't the owner of this tower the driver? Why is the Alliance getting the profits? The driver gets profits as well because there are costs for running the tower. However, the driver is always busy, so the Alliance plans the events in his stead. The driver would approve the Alliance's events and split the profits with them. In the end, the driver is still the one who approves things. Turn on your stream for me. A what? The God of Flames, Ignis, says he can finally get in. Dragon God, Droyan, says he was here first. Sword God, Edge, complains that you took too long. I'm Jaehwan. As all of you know, I killed 3 of the 6 metabus gods on the 7th floor. And I destroyed the 7th floors yesterday. The God of Flames, Ignis, is cheering. Dragon God, Droyan, makes a curious face. The majority of the gods are shocked at what Jaehwan said. In 3 days, an event will take place on the 8th floor of the metabus. Whoever wants to come can come. I'm not forcing you to do so. Only those who really want to come should come. Stop that. I don't know what you're doing, but stop it. An event. In return for coming, I'll give those who come a small token. The God of Crimson Dragons, Drake, is intrigued by your generosity. The God of Flames, Ignis, says he wants to go even if there's no token. The majority of the gods are asking you for the exact details of the event. It's simple. I want all of you to become witnesses of a certain match. It'd be an opportunity that won't come again like earlier, so it'd be best if you think over it carefully. In 3 days, I'll fight the Chief Commander for his position in the 7 stars. I want you guys to witness that match. The God of Flames, Ignis, is looking forward to how the Alliance will respond. Dragon God, Droyan, requests for a fair and square match. The God of Doom, Thanatos, wishes to participate as a witness. The God of the Northern Sea, Glacier, wishes to participate as a witness. The majority of the gods are searching for a way to enter the metabus. How on earth are you going to handle the consequences of that? You were the one who said it'd be reckless to fight the whole Alliance. It'd still be reckless even if I gather all the gods that are in this place. It's better to just force them into a one-on-one fight. You had it thought out. What do you mean by that? Would they accept your proposal, though? I gave them 3 days, so they'll have no choice but to accept it. At first, the Alliance wouldn't accept the proposal. But after a while, various events will take place because of my proposal, and they'll start to think of the profits they can earn and start to negotiate with the driver. After a day or so passes, all the gods will start getting excited. And the Alliance will realize that accepting my proposal will be beneficial for them as well. If I'm going to give away the trust, wouldn't it be better to ask the viewing gods to join our side? My trust. I already told you that they belonged to Mr. Jaehoon from the start. There aren't a lot of gods that would follow a side if they're forced to regardless of how much money is given. There are probably more gods that would betray people for money. So that's why you requested for them to be witnesses. Would the chief commander really fight you alone? Didn't you say that he's the strongest among the 7 stars? Just because he's strong doesn't mean he's not a coward. If he doesn't accept this match, then he'll have to live while being ridiculed as a coward for eternity. The match has already been announced publicly and numerous gods have seen the announcement, so it'll be hard for him to reject the match. This would also directly affect the profits of the metabus, after all. The Alliance can block off information. After they get rid of us as soon as we climb up, they could spread rumors saying that we didn't turn up for the match. That's why you're here. I do trust you a little. There are times where I don't understand you. I don't know whether you're just crazy or extremely crazy. Whichever it is, I don't care. Alright, let's give it a go, then. Whether you win or lose, I will record everything from that crazy fight of yours and show it to the rest. I don't know if doing that will have any meaning, but it feels like it'll be a lot of fun. Also, if we're doing things, then we should go all out crazy. Even though it might not look like it, this drone is a super expensive item. Ah. Unique storyline device. No. How many times has that happened? You trust her? I do. A little, very little. I am climbing with you. I went through so much to get here, so I can't turn back now. I want to go along with you too. I want to see the fight between someone like you and the chief commander, in person. I can't join your side. My God has told me not to be involved in your fight. That said, I can be a witness. We're going together with you. If the Alliance rejects your proposal and attacks you, then we'll fight by your side. You could die. It doesn't matter. Above all, our avatars want to help you. Mr. Jaehoon, we're bringing him too, right? If we leave him here, then the gods who bear grudges toward Crack will not leave him alone. I still owe him a debt, so I'll bring him along until he wakes up. We don't know what lies beyond that door. The army of the Alliance could be waiting for us. We might be bombarded with attacks as soon as we climb up and get wiped out. But, if I can defeat the chief commander, then I probably can find out for sure whether Yunhuan is in this tower or not. And, if I arrive at the last floor, then I might be able to take a peek at the secret in regards to the end of the illusion tree that Molark might have left behind. Hey. What? Thanks. Anderson has been waiting for this moment for the past 500 years. To avenge her teammates. To fight against the leader of the Alliance, once again. Anderson has endured and waited for a long time. A battle might ensue the moment we enter. If need be, we'll make a mess of the 8th floor upon entering. You have entered the Metabus 8th floor. It's way quieter than expected. I guess things worked out as you thought. Artina's death should have been reported, though. The fact that the Alliance's army isn't here probably means they accept your proposal. I don't think it's as simple as just accepting his proposal. Look over there. A classic of 500 years ago, go back to that time period. The Six God War event is taking place in the Metabus right now. The appearance of a new 7-star. A match with the pride of the 6 Metabus gods on the line. You could become a part of that legend. Although I already knew how obsessed the Alliance is with trust, that simply means they're that confident. Things might look peaceful, but the world pressure that I feel from various places is out of the ordinary. I guess those who've climbed this high up are definitely not normal. If a normal passenger is this strong, then I wonder how strong the chief commander is. If I take into account that the 6 Metabus gods are around the level of lieutenant generals and major generals, then the chief commander is definitely stronger than that. He could even be someone who's super strong like the 2nd lieutenant general of the 9th region, Samyang Hoon or Samyang Yuha, an elder of the Samyang family or Nakmyang Kyondo. We're in a situation where anything could jump out right now. Why are they naked? Huh, what? What's this? Ray Ray? Ah! My eyes! I can't see anything. Anderson, please turn off the lights. Finally, my time is finally here. Ah! My eyes! I can't see anything. Anderson, please turn off the lights. Finally, my time is finally here. Naked bodies in a Murim world, what a strange place. There's a new package available. Oh, really? For you to say something like that, something feels really wrong. On closer inspection, they aren't really naked. That seems to be just a skin item. Why would they wear something like that? Trends come and go. I guess it's time for my worldview to become the trend now. Your worldview has never trended before, though. Wait, could it be? A new package has arrived in commemoration of the War of 6 Gods. The legendary skin, Naked Thruster Jae-hwan, has arrived. The passenger who's the first to get the 5 new legendary skins will be given the legendary item voucher. Oh. I got it. The Naked Thruster legend. I'm going to use up all my trust today. Damn it, I'm going to do that too. If everyone is using the Naked Thruster skin, then if Mr. Jae-hwan strips, there'd be a lower chance of him getting caught. This could be good for us. Magic Skin, Runard, the underaged boy of tears, has appeared. Oh, it's here. What about me? Where's my skin? Common Skin, Moya Moya Anderson, has appeared. Moya Moya? Who made this rubbish? Synthesize it. Should I kill them? Jae-hwan, if you're alright with it, I'd like to guide you from here on out. I've been to the 8th floor a few times. If you want to take a look at the storyline shop or item shop, I can guide you there. I want to find someone. Oh, you have a soul you wish to find. In that case. Is the black shop still on the 8th floor? It will be the easiest to find him there. The black shop. But if you're looking for someone, there's no need to use that place. Do you know where that is or not? I do. We have somewhere we need to get to. Let's meet up again afterwards. I'll come back after meeting some friends on the 8th floor. I'll go gather gods to prepare for any unforeseen circumstances. Let's head to the black shop now. What exactly is the black shop? You could say it's the informant of the black market. It has been there since 500 years ago. If you want to find your friend, that place will have the most accurate information. Murim Inn, black shop, this is it. It still looks the same. Have you been here before? Yeah, the signboard and outer appearance looks a little different, though. I don't know if the owner is still the same god that I know of. A lot of time has passed since I was last here. Hey, innkeeper. What was that? A barrier? Martis, wait outside just in case. I'm going in first. Question comprehend. Who introduced you to this place? Anderson. Anderson. That's the name of the crow on my shoulder. It's me. You came here on the recommendation of a crow that looks like that. What did you just say? You're just a lunatic, huh? Gatekeeper Beck. Oh. Kill them. You can do this. Kook. What is he stabbing us with? Chopsticks. He's not going to kill all of them, right? I didn't kill them. I can't kill the people who'll find Yunhuan for me, after all. Crimson demonic palm strike manipulation type storyline. He's breaking everything again. Who the hell are you? I've never seen anyone like you on the 8th floor before. You're strong. You're not an opponent I can deal with using just chopsticks. I'm going to use a bit more strength. Don't you dare die. What? Please wait for a moment. It seems my disciple has acted disrespectfully. I'll apologize on his behalf. Please withdraw your attack just this once. Thanks. Long time no see, all-knowing sage, it's only been 500 years. You haven't forgotten my voice, have you? To be exact, it's been 514 years. Anderson, you're late. All-knowing sage Heo Peng, you might have aged, but your memory is still good. You fool, how could the gatekeeper of the black shop not recognize that face? Who is he? One of the 6 metabus gods or something? You're so young yet you don't even watch Little Brother. Weren't you the one who said that stuff causes brain rot? Who on earth is he though? He's the most famous guest within the metabus. The god slaughterer Jaehuan. Who on earth is he though? He's the most famous guest within the metabus. The god slaughterer Jaehuan. I'm here for the clothes that I entrusted to you 500 years ago. Are you serious? Yeah, old man, it's time for you to repay your debt to me. Currently, everyone in the abyss searches for information using Little Brother, but there was a time when that wasn't the case. You can only be sure your information is real if you went around gathering it yourself. In those days, only trained professionals or experts could be trusted to do that job. The gods of that era would buy information from a black market known as the black shop. That old man was the best back then, information, items, or storylines. If you put in a request for any of those with him, he'll get back to you within 1 week at the latest. That's all in the past now. You were able to survive under the rule of the Alliance, huh? Your ability to survive is to be reckoned with. It was tough having to curry favor with others. I'm also barely surviving recently as well. Have there not been many customers these days? After the Alliance hired an advertising model for Little Brother, I lost most of my customers. The important event details are released by the Alliance, and currency is used in the Metabus store, so they can easily buy things from there. There's no need for them to go through all the trouble to come here. You can just sell your information to little brother. Then I already tried doing that, but the results weren't good. There are a lot of established businesses already, so it's hard for us to even put in an advertisement with the amount of funds we have. See, 500 years ago, I told you to quickly establish your position because you can't be obsessed with just being an expert. You need to make yourself known so that more gods would know about you. How skilled you are comes next. I can't refute that, but I don't think this is just about getting exposure. Did someone slander you or something? There are businesses that would do that, but the problem I'm referring to is something more fundamental. It feels like the gods don't have any more things they'd like to know about the world. They only care about having delicious food, but they're disinterested in what food they're having. Ah, I agree with that. Wait here. I'll go get some food. These days, little brother would suggest information that'd pique their interest before the gods even think about something or get curious about something. Everyone's so busy taking in all that information that they don't even have the time to be curious about something else. I can't blame anyone since even my gatekeepers are like that. Gods who give up on thinking can't be considered gods. You're still the same old you. It's not that the gods don't have anything they're curious about, but rather that they just gave up on being curious. That's what I think. Anderson, do you really still have things you're curious about? Actually, I was just getting sick of that. That's when I met him. Are you going to just leave him like that? He's too heavy to carry around. Interesting. Is that man the clothes you've been wandering and looking for the past 514 years? Only time will tell if he is my clothes or if I'm his clothes. That aside, is the food not ready yet? Here you go. Woohoo. Wow. This is so good. I did eat cooked food when I was in Chaos too, but it's been a while since I've seen food that reminds me of my hometown. You're not eating anything. Do you not have any appetite? He's just a very wary person. He's the kind that would only eat if he can understand what it's made of. Your dumplings taste just as good as before. Jae-hwan, you can eat these. He's not the kind of person who would take orders from the Alliance. This is the only thing that hasn't changed over the past 514 years. Your stubbornness is really next level. Runard, you can eat them even if I don't. Okay. How about you try tasting one? While Jae-hwan traveled through the Tower of Nightmares, Chaos, and the Abyss, he had forgotten about the taste of food. However, in this unexpected place, it felt like a part of the emotions that he had long forgotten about had woken up again. This is delicious. What ingredients did you use? Looks like you know what good food is like. Memories are in these dumplings. Memories? Just common memories obtained from everyday life. Happy memories, sad memories, and painful memories. Various memories like those. Is that figurative? I can't tell you that. It's my trade secret. The dumplings he makes are the best in the world. Please teach your apprentices how to make them, otherwise these dumplings will cease to exist when you die. I don't have anyone to inherit my recipe. No one's interested in something like dumplings nowadays. God Slaughterer, I'll win in a contest of eating the most dumplings. I was never participating in that contest. I heard you killed 3 of the 6 Metabus gods by slicing them in half with just one strike, is that true? Is he usually that gross? Also, have you defeated that kid sitting beside you? I haven't fought him yet. Me? Not you. The one behind you guys. I intend to be the one to kill the chief commander. I wasn't expecting someone like you to arrive. Where are you going? I'll go do some stretching outside. I also need to fix the trap formations that he damaged. Seriously, stop it. Please understand. Baek-oh doesn't have many peers that are as strong as him. He was strong enough to even fight Galadian of the 6 Metabus gods. It seems like he's in great shock from losing to you. Oh, and may I ask why you've come to the black shop? It seems Anderson has given her rights to you. Her rights? This old man owes me a debt from back then. You can ask him anything you want on my behalf, whether it's the secret of the world, the locations of hidden legendary items, or storylines that are only passed down through myths. If there's any information you want, you can ask away. If it's something the black shop can find out, I'll definitely get it for you. I'm looking for my friend. I heard he entered this tower. I've heard of this already, but I'm really surprised that there would be someone who'd really climb the Metabus for that reason. Was he a close friend? He was a teammate who climbed the Tower of Nightmares with me. The greed of the gods has called forth an apostle of destruction, huh? Can I feel your pulse for a bit? It's a necessary process for me to use my ability. What's the name of your friend? Kim Yoon-hwan. Please think of anything regarding your friend. Must I do that? It's a necessary procedure. It's hard to find him with just his name. What wish should we make when we reach the last floor? Should we wish for everyone who died to be revived? Or, should we ask them to make it such that this tragedy never happened? What do you think, Jae-hwan? That was the time when we thought the last floor of the tower was truly the top. I couldn't answer him back then. Maybe I just wanted to delay giving him an answer. But, I had wanted Yoon-hwan to survive. I wanted my friend who was considerate and good at talking to make a wish for humanity on the last floor of the tower on my behalf. It's been a while since I've smelled such pure memories. Please wait for a moment. His storyline is all-seeing eyes. There's almost no being within the abyss that escapes those eyes of his. Your friend isn't in this place. Are you sure? Is there any chance he could be on the 9th floor? My all-seeing eyes can see everything within the Metabus. However, your friend is still alive. He's just not in this place. He might not be that far away, actually. Have you found out where he is? 1 second. He's cold and in pain. Is he imprisoned? It's a room with an exit. Someone's beside him, but it doesn't seem that person is trying to harm him. So, get lost. What happened? Are you okay? What is it? Did you get in contact with someone? Did the chief commander interfere? I'm sorry, I can't tell you any more. That's out of the scope of my abilities. But that was a being above the chief commander. It'd be best for you to give up on your friend. You'll definitely die if you get involved with him. Who's the one who kidnapped my friend? Tell me right now. Who's the one who kidnapped my friend? Tell me right now. The world after the end. Is your friend also an awakened like you? Probably not. Did he come out of a special tower of nightmares, then? A master's tower, it seems. A master's tower. Products cultivated in a master's tower are viewed as highly valuable, especially so for the people who graduated from the first-generation master's tower. Enough of that. Tell me the information you found out. Could that person be stronger than the Soul King, Catastrophe? Are you speaking of the ancient god of chaos? An ancient god is one that not even the 12 monarchs or 7 great gods can recklessly go up against. What were you thinking when you asked that? Tell me if that person is not that strong. I don't care who it is. You must be out of your mind. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can tell you any more than this. Your talent is too precious for you to throw away your life in vain. Seeing as how the old man is saying that, that person must really be extraordinary. What I can tell you is that where he is isn't that far from here. I was only able to see what the surroundings roughly looked like. Since I couldn't find out your friend's location, I'll consider my debt unpaid. And while this won't help much, I'll also tell you other pieces of information that would be slightly useful to you. It seems the Alliance has just made its move. Right now. Is the Chief Commander leading them here? The Chief Commander doesn't like to fight in a group. He doesn't participate in wars personally, and he only stops passengers that try to go to the 9th floor. You must know since you've gone through it yourself. Yes, I do. It seems the advisor is the one who ordered the move. The task of the 8th floor has been updated. It has not been revealed to everyone, but I can show you that in advance with my all-seeing eyes. Branch climb is a mobility competition where participants are supposed to run the designated course and reach the goal first. The competition will start in 3 days at noon. There are special buffs that exist which can increase special abilities. Passengers who obtain a buff will have increased mobility speed and stamina recovery. When you kill a passenger that has a buff, you will be able to steal the bonus buff of that passenger. What the hell is with this task? The driver really approved this? What's wrong? Isn't it good to have the buff when it starts? Once this task is revealed, I'll be chased around by everyone who's trying to steal the buff even before the competition starts. The more stamina I waste, the more disadvantageous I'll be in my fight with the Chief Commander. They came up with a pretty good idea to drive me into a corner without getting criticized for avoiding a fight. Looks like this is something they schemed with the driver. I know you're strong, but the Chief Commander is no longer the only problem. Once the competition starts, everyone in the metabus will try to kill you. Only 8 people can go up to the 9th floor. It's obvious what the passengers will do in order to rank within the top 8. Old man, he's someone who took down 3 of the 6 metabus gods. You know he's one of the top candidates for the last spot among the 7 stars, right? I do, but could he still be confident if his opponent is also one of the 7 stars? I couldn't find out who they are, but 2 of the 7 stars have already entered the tower. There's also information stating that the 7 skies have moved too. That's not all. Even the underlings of the 12 monarchs are said to be climbing the tower now. It seems you've made quite a lot of enemies in the illusion tree. I destroyed the narrow gate, so it shouldn't exist anymore. How did the monarchs make their way here? There are people in the abyss who possess the cramped gate. It doesn't function as well as the narrow gate, so it's not possible for beings on the level of the 12 monarchs to travel using it, but monarchs beneath them could easily use that gate. The 7 great gods, some of the 7 skies and Crack have 1 each. I don't know who among them are working with the monarchs, but none of them are opponents that you can easily fight against. If all of them come here at once, it'd indeed be tough for me to take all of them on. But, the top of this tower is right in front of me. Now that I can't save Yunhuan, it'd be totally meaningless for me to have climbed the tower if I didn't get to at least meet the driver. The black shop is supposed to know everything, right? We only know what we know. Do you know what the first nightmare is, then? Are you also trying to climb to the end of this darn tree? I'm sorry, but I don't know about the first nightmare. That said, I know someone who might know it. Neil Crash, the master who made the metabus, is always looking for the first nightmare. He made this tower so that he could reach the end of the illusion trees. Not even I know if he succeeded or failed, because not even the people who reached the last floor of this tower have talked about that before. Why are you being so stubborn? I'm not asking you to not climb the tower. I'm just saying that now's not the time. The first nightmare. The place that Jae-hwan first saw in the first generation tower which Molark made. All towers of nightmares are just imitations of the first nightmare that's at the top of the illusion trees. If his guess is right, then the first nightmare is at the end of this illusion tree, and that place is somewhere he must arrive at. You're really talented. If you take more time to accumulate more world power and grow stronger, you might be able to become one of the 7 great gods. Why must you climb the tower now? Why do you make dumplings? What? Because I like making them. Why are you asking me that? Why did you start making dumplings? I've forgotten that. All gods who live in the abyss would realize that they don't have what it takes to reach the end of the illusion tree at some point in time. The only difference is that some gods realize that sooner and some later. It's a moment that all gods will have to go through. The moment where they have to admit that no matter how much effort or time they put in, they won't be able to see the end of the branch. That's when the all-knowing sage started making dumplings. He made dumplings again and again without even knowing why he was making them. Just like how the all-knowing sage had to make dumplings so that he could survive in the abyss, the situation was the same for Jae-hwan. He couldn't live on if he didn't climb the tower immediately. The dumplings were really delicious. They were the best among what I've tried. Are you going to eat more? The moment the all-knowing sage heard Jae-hwan's question, the all-knowing sage knew that he could not hold Jae-hwan back anymore. I'm leaving the others in your hands. Because Jae-hwan's question was the answer in itself. The task of Metabus 8th floor has arrived. You currently possess the buff. Please take note that when you are killed, your buff will be transferred to other passengers. Direct team under the god of assassination, Rakers, who was formerly one of the 6 Metabus gods. Black-clothed 6 assassins, will avenge Rakers. Metabus high ranker advance and retreat brothers. Alliance, murderers, corpse gods cleaners, don't let your guards down. We'll kill the god slaughterer here. You are all too slow. The head of the god slaughterer belongs to us brothers. All of you, stand down. You shall not pass. The captain has an important mission. A healthy god has a healthy soul. So it was true that you've joined the god slaughterer, huh, Martis? A healthy god has a healthy soul. I never thought the rumors that you've become a pervert were true. Bastard. He's not a pervert but rather the god of today. Ugh. That's so gross. Step aside. You're in the way. Beck O of the Black Shop. Asshole. The god slaughterer asked the relics of the old age for help. I'll make this short. We're not open for business yet. Go back. The world after the end. Charge. Stop them. We'll protect this place. You guys weren't even a match for us when you were riding on the coattails of yesterday. Do you think you can stop? They were gods that were previously much stronger than us, but now they're not that tough. Are these the results of Jae-hwan's training? And, thanks to the narrow entrance, the difference in our numbers has been neutralized. Give me some space. You should be the one to step aside. You frustrating idiots. Are you going to just keep pushing around with your bodies? Put some distance between yourselves. Make sure you don't get in each other's way. What are they doing? And no way. That whole thing is a sanctuary. Assholes, gather around. It's time to show that to all of you. The god of grasslands. Mardis. Sanctuary deployment. The gods of today. Sanctuary deployment. The god of grasslands. Mardis, and the gods of today. Sanctuary merge, a technique to temporarily combine sanctuaries of gods that have lived different lives. It is a dangerous technique that could kill the gods involved if the attempt to merge goes wrong and the world power undergoes a reflux. However, they are no longer just ordinary gods. The gods of today experienced the same emotions and have lived through the same years that passed. This is a technique that the gods of today trained secretly for the past years. It was originally a technique that they worked together on for killing Jae-hwan. But that's no longer the case. What? They destroyed our sanctuary in a single strike. Stand down while we're still being nice. Jae-hwan is someone we can't defeat even if we all deployed our sanctuaries. Do you get it now? All he needs is one thrust to destroy all of you. How did these pieces of trash that lived within yesterday become so strong? What on earth did they do for them to change so much? If what he said is true, then it'd be hard for us to do this. Do we need to retreat? Jae-hwan can slaughter all of you with just a thrust from his finger. Probably. With just his breath, he could blow all your clothes away. Probably. So, you better go back before Jae-hwan returns. Step aside. Anonymous gods. You guys got out of the sewers, huh? What are you doing here? Do you know me? The fifth star of the 7 stars and the god of deep seas. Russell. The fifth star of the 7 stars and the god of deep seas, Russell. Brad of the Black Shop, is the all-knowing sage doing well? Have you come with a request? No, I'm here to meet with the god that you guys are hiding. He's currently meeting with my master alone. Even you would have a hard time against all of. Finish what you were trying to say. If you don't step aside, you leave me with no choice. Before I meet the new Godslaughterer, I should have some fun by playing with you lot first. Kook. I can't breathe. I'll tear all of you apart slowly, one by one. Ugh. Bahaha. Bahaha. Have you gone crazy? The fear of death that struck his heart, Mardis understood that he was about to die. But, the fear of death had helped Mardis realize that he was truly alive. It was a sensation he never felt when he was in yesterday. That is why Mardis laughed. At the same time, he cried because he knew he would not be able to feel such a magnificent sensation tomorrow. I won't regret it if I die while fighting for Jae-hwan. But it would have been great if I had met him a little earlier. You did great, go into the inn. The innkeeper's dumplings are pretty good. Be careful, you're dealing with one of the 7 stars. Before you appeared, he was known as the Godslaughterer. Are you the one who inherited the nickname Godslaughterer after me? I was looking forward to meeting the one who had replaced me, but you're just a brat. What's your rank in the 7 stars? Ranks within the 7 stars mean nothing. These ranks were given by busybodies who know nothing except the rumors they hear. If you dare cut me off when I'm talking again, go after him. Catch him. What? Darn it. Where's the god slaughterer? About that. There's too many people here. I can't tell who's who, what's happening. Looks like the god slaughterer is here. Naked thruster. What's that? That's the stage that'll be used for the branch climb, huh? The end of that tree is headed for the top of the 8th floor, there's a good chance the chief commander is waiting there. We got you, god slaughterer. Kill him. We killed the god slaughterer. 6 consecutive fatal spirals. Caught up to me already, huh? Come down quietly. You're not thinking of fighting against several hundred of us at once, are you? Since we're this far, it should be safe. What? Now that we're far away from the Murim Inn, I can fight to my heart's content. Something seems weird about this situation. He's not running away. Wait, this isn't how this was supposed to go, W8. Look at our numbers. Don't tell me, are you going to try and fight us? Those who don't want to die, you can still run away now. Looks like you treasure your subordinates. You cling on to insignificant emotions like followers or avatars would. Did someone like you really slaughter over 20,000 gods? I never bothered counting. You'll probably start counting once your subordinates die. I'm speechless. You defeated a few of the 6 metabus gods with that level of skill. It seems you know how to dodge, but your attacks are simple. While it's praiseworthy that you've made it this far with just thrusts, you're still too weak to deserve the nickname of the god slaughterer. One of the 7 stars, he's definitely strong. Even if all of the 6 metabus gods attacked him together, they wouldn't be able to defeat him. I've seen enough of your skills. Now that we've done some light greetings, let's get started for real. What's that? Show me the technique you used to defeat 3 of the metabus 6 gods. The one that tore the skies apart. If you don't show me your true abilities, you'll die, new god slaughterer. You said that god slaughterer used to be your nickname, right? I guess you've only been fighting weak gods so far, then. You said that god slaughterer used to be your nickname, right? I guess you've only been fighting weak gods so far, then. Oh. Ack. My arm. Run to higher grounds. We're going to get caught up in that. Every particle within the wave is quivering at extreme speeds. The moment it touches flesh, it starts to rip it apart. The image of a shark is just a distraction. His true attack is the wave itself.